Good morning, everybody. The market's gonna open up in a couple of seconds here. Let's see what we're looking here coming into the open. So overall, I'm looking at this breaker here, this fair value gap, this order block that we came into. Looking on a bigger time frame, we still have reason to go higher, right? This is my next dawn liquidity up here. However, the way we left this volume imbalance down here from yesterday, from last night, we haven't really came to this volume imbalance yet. So we could see a potential sell-off towards this volume imbalance at the open, or at least towards these lows, because looking here, ES hasn't really tapped this 50-minute fair value gap here as well. So we'll see. ES is inside of that 50-minute fair value gap now. All this doesn't really matter now, because since it failed, looking on a bigger time frame, we're still bullish. But again, the way we left this volume imbalance down here, right? So we gotta see some sort of maybe move towards it first. We know that the volume imbalances, they act like a magnet. They attract price action like a magnet. Let's see, we took this low here. So there's no SMT at these lows. We'll see how this SMT is gonna hold here. Now what could happen here is ES could hold this SMT, go higher, take this buy sell liquidity up here, right? Since we are inside of this 50-minute fair value gap, we could see a move on ES towards this buy sell liquidity. NQ looks very bearish, so I don't think NQ is gonna come up to this buy side yet. Of course, we're gonna see a move towards it later on the day, but as for right now, NQ is going towards this volume imbalance. So maybe you'll see some sort of SMT at the highs. ES takes these highs and these highs, and we'll have the SMT, and then we still could look for shorts. Now again, why we are not looking for longs on NQ, because the SMT on NQ, it's gonna act as a retracement, right? It's not gonna take us all the way to this buy sell liquidity, because ES is very close to that buy sell liquidity. So this SMT is gonna take ES most probably towards that buy sell liquidity. We don't even need to see that buy sell liquidity as for right now. We need to see this up here. This is this minor buy sell liquidity is enough. We want to see some sort of SMT there, because we know that NQ still want to go to this volume imbalance, most probably. So we want to see that SMT happens up here. Now, as if you have a question, why we are not shorting the market from this 1-minute fair value gap, and the reason is we need to see some sort of highs gets taken on one of them and have some sort of SMT there. That way, we should be sure that that high is protected. We don't have reasons to come there, so we could put our stop losses there. As for right now, there's no SMT at the highs, so the market has reasons to come up one more time, right? Here, yes, looks bullish still. Have SMT came back to this fair value gap, holding this fair value gap here, and it still can just pump here. If you disrespect this order block here, we're gonna go lower. As for right now, we're still trying to hold to this order block, which is a sign that we are still bullish. See how this order block is holding the bodies of these candles. It is important. CES disrespected this fair value gap here, so that is not a good sign for bullish price action. So I can take us lower now. See how we disrespected this order block here as well on NQ. That is a sign that we are bearish still. Okay. See how we closed below the 50% and like that consequent encroachment of the order block. That is a sign that we are bearish. I'll take this off from here. Now, we were looking at shorts, but preferably we would want to see some sort of protected high before any shorts, right? We didn't even reach to this high up here, this minor high. It couldn't create an SMT here. Let's see if you have an SMT here. We don't really have any sort of SMT at these highs. So if the sell-off happens, most probably I'm just gonna let it sell off. But yeah, I would have wanted that SMT so that I can be involved in this short down here. I'm gonna take this SMT for now because it doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna take this order block off from here because I know that we disrespected already. So we are about to open up a 5-minute fair value gap here, I think, in right now. So see if we could just tap it and then go maybe. I'll take this SMT off from here on ES as well. Yeah, so preferably what I would like to see is first we come to this 5 minute, right? Mitigate this 5 minute and then sell. Then look for shorts. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Some sort of SMT would be perfect at these highs. Gotta be careful here now since ES took these lows. So there's a small SMT at these lows now. So this low could potentially take us to that 5 minute first. This SMT at the low, sorry. Okay, this SMT field most probably gonna sell off here. Honestly, that's what I think. I'm looking at this order block here, and this fair value gap could be potential short here. In 1 minute. Let's see what the stop loss would be. Not bad. I'm gonna sell here. Stop loss gonna be above that candle. We'll see here how we gonna. I want to see we respect this order block. Again, I'm looking at something like this now. So stop loss there, and I'm looking at this volume imbalance. The marker is going to open up in 6 minutes here as well. So we'll see. Looks like it's still wanna come higher since we have that unmitigated PD array. I'm gonna pay attention to this order block and this fair value gap if we close above. Preferably I do not want to see any body closure above the consequent encroachment of that 1 minute fair value gap. So it can wick it, but I don't want to see any body closure. So as for right now, we're looking good. I want to see we displace heavily through these lows. On both of them at the same time. this point my stop loss can come to break even. Because ES took that low and Q did not take that low yet. So we'll see how we're gonna that one is stopped out break even because this low is taken on NQ on ES and not on NQ, so there's SMT there, which is dangerous, right? Which can potentially take us higher still, so gotta be careful there. Now we have a small SMT at these highs, which is a good sign. I might come back to this position. Honestly, I don't like how we disrespected this order block though, and disrespected this fair value gap. We inversed this fair value gap. So that is not a good sign. There's SMT at those highs. I'll take off this. See how there's no any sort of fair value gap after this SMT to the downside. It makes it lower probability, much difficult to enter the position. So if you sell off, I'm just gonna let it sell off here. If you sell off, we are in the macro timing here as well. Pay attention how we are building this liquidity up here, right? We know that we will come back and take all of this at the same time. especially the way we left this 5 minute unmitigated. That is important. Now we do have this order block here. We could potentially come tap that order block as well there. Possibility. But if you sell off here, that is has reasons, right? There's we just tap. We don't have to come back to that order block. All we had to do is to come back to this 3 minute and then sell off again. Now again, if I would take my entry there, my stop loss would be too big, so I don't really want to be in that kind of trade. Especially the target would be just what? Let's see. 96, the RR would be terrible. But hey, look, pay attention. I like how we mitigated this PD area first. I like how we mitigated and now gonna sell off rather than we sell off and leave this open, because for future I'm gonna be looking at longs right towards this PD area up here. That is important. The way we tap this one already, it is very important. Now we are about to open up this 50-minute fair value gap here on the bigger time frame. That would be much more important to me than rather than just that 5 minute. So with that being in mind, I'm not gonna looking at this as low resistance no more. I could, but just for example, this high is the only high that I have really conviction with. See what we're trying to do. Are we trying to get to that order block first? This order block will tell me everything. If you respect this order block, most probably it's gonna take us higher, but I want to see this order block gets disrespected if we are still bearish and if we're still looking at this as our draw. We opened up this 15-minute fair value gap up here. So this order block should tell us everything. I'll take off this one from here. See how we're respecting this order block. We're about to inverse this 3 minute here as well. See how we do tracing first. Pay attention what we are trying to do. We are not bullish, right? We're still not bullish. We haven't reached our target yet. What was the whole reason for this big candle down here? The whole reason was to take us to this volume imbalance, and see how we haven't reached it yet and we are trying to go higher. Now I do think that this is just rebalancing to the imbalance, to that 15-minute, right? We could look for longs just using that information, just to target that, but it is more dangerous trading against the overall bias, right? So it's better to wait for this one to get mitigated. Some sort of SMT may be there. Look how ES is not even moving. See how we inverse this 15-minute on ES? That is a bearish sign. And you just can take this buy side, tap this 15-minute, and then sell off again. Now here I want to see this order block holds, right, sends price higher. I just not worth trading 23 points versus 32, and 32 is not even. Let's see if we have opened up any fair value gap. Not really. This should play out, this long should play out here beautifully. Now just watch this long here, right? I want you to, sometimes you're just gonna watch it, you know exactly what's gonna happen, but you're not gonna touch it. That's what I want to do here. I want to just watch it. It looks really beautiful. It would play most of the time. The way ES is acting here is the only reason that it could not play out. Look how bearish ES still looks like. And since on a bigger time frame we're still bearish, right? We don't want to go against our bias overall. We just don't want to trade the retracement here. So we'll just watch it. See how ES took these lows down here. All these lows are taken, so there's SMT again at the lows now. So that's it. That could take us now. Now another scenario in my mind is that we don't take this buy sell liquidity, we chop around, we drop first here, and then in that case this would be a very high probability liquidity point up here, since we created almost relative equal highs, didn't take it and dropped. In that case longs would be look really good if we don't take this and just drop. That is another scenario in my mind right now. Okay, that buy side is taken now. Okay, this one's, nothing here is important to me no more, right? So what happened? Let's zoom out. What happened? We came back to this 15-minute fair value gap. We mitigated this first. Again, on a bigger time frame, we're still bearish because we still want to see a move towards this volume imbalance we haven't really seen. Right. But we could play around a little bit inside of this 15-minute, and next to the next macro I want to see we sell. I'm still bearish, I'm not bullish at this point yet. The way we inverse this 15-minute and now playing inside of it as well on ES. Could be retracement to this one here. Now, since we finished our macro timing, I'm not going to be looking for any trades, so I will be looking for trades the next macro if there will be any opportunity. So yeah, I'm gonna go feed my cats, and I will see you guys on the next macro. We are back. So let's talk about what just happened. The market is gonna open up in 10 minutes here. So what happened so far is still, as we were talking about, this retracement, right? So we are still inside of this 50-minute fair value gap. We do have another 50-minute, which is not mitigated yet up here. We have mitigated this 5-minute. We have SMT at the lows, but I'm gonna stay still. It's just too sad. I cannot say that I'm bearish or bullish at this point, is because look how AS inverse this 15-minute came back, right, mitigated, came back, like doing whatever it wants to do, created SMT at the lows, relative equal highs. So we could see a pump here towards these relative equal highs. Honestly, that is a possibility. If we look at this as our next strong liquidity still, so what happened so far? So far we just retraced the OT of this range here, right? So that's exactly what we want to see, right? We want to see we displace, don't take the liquidity, don't tap the liquidity pool yet, retrace to the OT, and then sell off again. So far what is happening is we retrace to the OT, we have SMT at the highs now, this SMT here. I'm gonna take this SMT off because we already it's already done its job, right? Took us to these highs. So I'll see how we're gonna react, see how we, I don't want to see we just displace to the upside on this order block. We'll take this optimal trade because we already reached the OT of the range. At this point I'm going to be looking at this preferably as my next draw. But we'll see how this SMT holds here first of all. What we want to see displacement here, right? If you're looking at bearish price action. We have SMT at these highs now. This could be it actually, the sell-off. SMT at the highs. We'll see how this SMT is gonna hold here. Honestly, that could be it. See, still early in my opinion. This could be just a retracement to this order block down here. Still early. I will see how we're gonna respect this order block. We're still respecting this order block. Do we have any SMT at the lows? Honestly, this does not look bad. I want to say I want to take this one here. Stop loss is going to be here. Now we have that SMT at the highs. Overall, we are looking at this volume imbalance down here as our draw. Right, we created this fair value gap here on 30 seconds chart. So could see a sell-off. We are inside of a macro timing here as well. I'm gonna be watching this low here. But yeah, we'll see. Again, why we took this short here, because on the first macro, what happened, we sold all the way. We failed to tap this volume imbalance, right? And this could be just a retracement to the OT of the range, to these fair value gaps that we had here. And now we have all the reasons to sell off here again, since the draw is still lower in my opinion. So we could see that sell off right at the macro. So the position would look like this. Overall, I'm looking at this slowdown here. I want to see we displace through this low on both of them. We are inside of macro time as well, so we should see that sell off. I want to see we take that low on ES as well. That would tell me that we're still gonna go lower. Let's see how many points this will be here. 32 points. If we manage to sell towards this sell side. Pay attention how ES did not take this low yet. And there's a small SMT could make damage. We want to see ES takes this low. That way we will know that this will be the next draw down here. So we could retrace to this 1 minute actually. Let's take a look on a bigger time frame. See how we are disrespecting this order block here. That's what we talked about, right? You want to see that order block gets disrespected there. At this point I want to use this order block as support to take us lower if we are still bearish. My stop loss will come to this high up here. because that SMT at the lows could like it is holding, right? So there's this SMT at these lows could take us higher still. Now it did take us to these highs. It can take us to these highs up here on ES, and that's it. We will have another big SMT on there. But it can make damage. See how this order block is still trying to hold. When I see candle closure below it. If not, we will still go higher. See how we took these highs up here on ES, and there's SMT there. If we get displacement a little bit to the downside, I'll put my stop loss at this high up here, because I don't want the market come there no more now. So there's SMT at those highs now, right? Something like that. I'm gonna draw my stop loss lower. I want to see we displace to the downside now here. Stop loss is going at that high. That high should not be. We should not come to that high no more. Looking good so far. This low, I want to see we take this low and displace through that low. ES took that low, NQ did not yet. If NQ takes this low, we're gonna drop most probably towards this low here. Limit buy 2. I will be buying two contracts here if you come. But yeah, I want to see this low gets taken first. The RR became much better, 1 to 12, so really good RR as well. Now why I want to take two contracts here, because still on a bigger time frame, ES wants to take those equal highs, so this could be a potential manipulation leg where we could create SMT and go higher, so it's dangerous to not take anything here. I do think that we have a potential to come to this low at least at this point, right, since we took this low already on ES as well, so we should see that sell off. We should see sell off towards this low here. At this point I'm gonna put my stop loss to break even. Because I don't want it to come all the way up here before taking this low here, right? It doesn't make sense. If it comes, that means that it's gonna fail for sure. So but we're looking good so far. We should see that sell off. Looking on a bigger time frame. Yeah, we are disrespecting that order block on a bigger time frame, so that's a good sign. Take this off from here. Honestly, we are looking so bearish. I'm not gonna take two here. Because that low is the same, this one here. So I think we have a potential to sell off here. Because this is the low I'm looking on ES as well. And we're about to take that. ES took it already actually. So I want to see NQ takes it as well. Okay, that's a good sign that we are selling here. Limit by 3 at this low. Looking good so far. Now we did open up a fair value gap. We could potentially come retrace to that fair value gap first. I want to see we sell though. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Looking so good. We want to see the next two candles take us to that drawn liquidity. You should see that. Now these are the difficult parts, right? When it edges your stop loss, doesn't really take it and starts to do something like this. So should you be like what to say, scared? Yes, a little bit. I should have taken some partials, maybe some 2 contracts somewhere here, but still I think we still very bearish, right? We should see a sell-off before, even if we try to go higher. I do believe that we should see a sell-off first. We'll see. Let's see. I want to see we inverse this 1 minute here. I don't want to see we use it as support, because if we inverse it, we're gonna sell off. If not, I might buy to here if we cannot inverse it. I do not want to see we use it as support to take us higher. That's what we are doing here as for it now. What we're trying to do here. Now we have left a 5-minute fair value gap up here that we could potentially come back to, retrace to this one up here, and that is a possibility. This order block we have here, want to see we use that one as support to take us lower. Because we have this would be a breaker actually here. See how we have a breaker within the fair value gap there now, right? So we tap the breaker, we have a high, low, higher high, lower low. So this is your breaker, fair value gaps within the breaker. So we should see sell off here. I want to see this gets inversed here. My stop loss can go couple ticks above the breaker. Should be protected there, like somewhere here. Looking good so far. Want to see that one got inversed, so that is a good sign, right? Want to come back, use it as inversion, and then sell off. At this point, let's wait still. Don't want to rush too much. How many points gonna be towards this one here? I like how we wicked. I like how this one has a big wick here. That's a good sign. I go to 30 seconds. What was it? Possibly retracement. We opened up another fair value gap on 5-minute time frame. Here, the whole reasons why we are trying to hold to it is because we just maybe want to come back to that rebalance, to rebalance that imbalance. That is a possibility, something like that. If not, this one up here. Maybe we come take this high, tap to that 5-minute, and then sell. See, this was what? This is the beauty of the market. This was 3 points away from my take profit. That's crazy. We tap to that 5-minute. Tapped on here as well, 5-minute fair value gap. So we mitigated this 5 minute. Nah, she's coming. She is coming. Yep, that's what we want to see. That is the displacement we want to see, right? Give us more displacement. On ES, we also came to that 5 minute up here. Use that 5 minute, tapped it, and want to see you sell now. Again, relative equal lows resting below us. She's going higher. Where she's going? Any 15 minute? We don't have any 15 minute, but we have this 5 minute that I'm afraid we can come back to. But since we have this breaker, I don't want it to come. I do not want it to come there. I want it to hold this breaker here. Looking good so far. Starting to displace from that breaker. That's what we want to see, right? The only thing that is against me right now is time. We are outside of the market timing as well, but that should not be a problem because marker is supposed to give me the entry. Okay, this is a. I want to see we disrespect this order block. I don't want to see we hold it. See this order block, I want to see we disrespect it to the downside. See, this is a good sign that we are disrespecting this order block. If we are bullish, we do not want to see any candle closure below the meaning threshold, below that consequent encroachment of that order block. But in this case, we want to see it closes below, so that it gives a more bearish sign, bearish signature that we are on the right side of the market, right? Let's see. So that is a good sign that we close below that order block. That is a very good sign that we are still bearish. Now we took this low on relative equal lows. I don't want to be greedy. So maybe I'll buy 2 here. I'll see one more push to the downside, and I'll buy 2 there, because all these lows could be a potential manipulation. Did we take these lows? We created relative equal lows. So as soon as ES takes one of those, I would be buying 2 contracts. Did we take these lows? See, low 69.25, 69.25 relative equal lows. Now at this point I'm not gonna take anything here, because I do think that NQ will take these lows as well. Because if on the first one we would have taken this, in that case, on the first one, if you would have taken these lows, in that case, yes, I would have taken partials. But since we failed, we created relative equal lows, came one more time, and now we're gonna go. I do think that they're gonna both go and take these lows at the same time, so there won't be SMT there. But it's not chopping around. Come on, just either stop me out, either just run. Don't play around. Now I'm gonna be more careful about this low here rather than this low, because I do think this low is gonna get taken on both, but I'm gonna pay attention to this low. If ES takes this low first, I will take partials, but we'll see. My concern is gonna be this low instead of this low now. see how we have created SMT at these highs. See how we created SMT at these highs. That is a good sign that I can possibly put my stop loss somewhere here. So 108 ticks. If it stops me out, that's okay, because we took this high and we did not take it on ES. So that's how you manage your risk, right? You do not move your stop loss here and there just because like that. There has to be specific signs for you to move your stop loss. Come on, I know you want to just run to this TP, but why are you hesitating there? I want to see a big black candle here. Honestly, I wanna use this order block as support here now to take us lower. I don't want to see any candle closure above it, right? So what is important to me at this point now is this breaker is not important. More important to me, this order block. First thing I don't want to see is a body closure above the minting threshold of this order block. If you're still bullish, of course, we can wick it, but I don't want to see any candle closure above it. Again, we can wick the meaning the consequent encroachment of this order block. Preferably, I don't want to see any body closure above this order block down here. We just tapped that, so I want to see we sell now. Market buy, I will buy 2 at this point if ES takes that low. The hell was that? Come on. It's not moving at all. Kind of closed above the body closed. That is not a good sign. This could just take us higher now. This could take us higher. Again, yes. Come on, just take this low and I will take partials here. Okay, I'm gonna buy 2 here. Will be my last contract towards this low. But 2 contracts here as soon as ES took this low. I'm gonna leave the last one. I will pay attention to this low here on ES. ES took that low. See how NQ is gonna take it or not. Create relative equal lows. We are very close, so I think that the SMT should not matter here. I think we should just sell. Because looking on a bigger time frame, we are very close to both of those lows. So we'll see. That small SMT that we have there should not matter. Really, NQ, really? No way. Cannot believe this. Take away. Yeah, at this point I don't wanna, if it stops me out on the last contract, I'm fine with that as well. But the way it is acting is crazy. Very strange. Come on, the next two candles I want to see we take that sell side, or we cooked. It's crazy. No, that is crazy. We did take this one, not that one. She's playing with me right now. Cannot believe this, bro. What is that? Like, what are you doing? Just take that, bro. I don't know what you're trying to do there. It's crazy. That is crazy, my guys. She's like, nah. Okay, at least use this order block as support, please. Okay. Finally, stop me out there on the last contract. But yeah, I definitely do not want to be in this trade no more. Like, what is this, bro? Chop. Now let's take a look at the executions one more time. So we did have what we had. We had this break-even trade here in the morning, right? We took a short. Now my stop loss was up here, but I trailed my stop loss. Am I upset? Not really. That's fine, break even. But then we waited patiently, right? Shorted here, and then it was, I don't know, whatever it was, but I'll take it for Monday. So yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think it was good read on the price action. Peace out, and I will see you next time.